Hi everyone. I know it's been a little while since we've made a video for you. There's been so many things going on in the parish in these past few months, and of course the surprise that we got that Father John would be leaving us. But yesterday was June 28th, and it's the moving day in the diocese. A lot of people ask us, how does it all work? Well, on June 28th, if you have a new assignment, you have to report to that new assignment by 12 o'clock, unless you've made arrangements with your new pastor or your new boss. So yesterday was the day, and we're happy to have Father Tom Pers with us. Father was assigned to St. Lawrence the Martyr in Sayville for 7 years?
Yes, 7 years.
7 years. But he'll speak a little bit more about himself and his where he was assigned, and we're very happy to have him with us to be in ministry here at St. Mary's and St. Peter's.
Oh.
Okay. Father John.
Yes, so as Father Anthony mentioned, yesterday was moving day, but I'm still here. I wish I could stay here forever. I'll be sticking around for a couple of days while my new home base at St. William the Abbot in Seaford is being finished up. My room, they're putting down a new carpet and paint and whatnot. So now I'm in quote unquote in residence here at St. Mary's for the time being, but I'm grateful.
Most welcome.
I'm grateful for this for just to be here. Obviously, there'll be a farewell mass on Sunday, and I'll get the opportunity to thank everyone there. But looking back at what we've experienced, as you said, it's been a bit of a stretch since we were on camera because of everything that's been going on. So looking back at May and June, May of course is the month of Mary, and we here at St. Mary's, of course, look to her as our patroness. We had, as many parishes do across the world, opportunities to pray in devotion to Mary. We celebrated 2 opportunities of prayer where we had the Rosary and a crowning of Mary. We also had a May crowning at the school, which is always a fun event where we honor Mary, our mother, and our patroness here. We've also been having this periodic holy hours where we oftentimes bring in a guest presider or a guest homilist. So back in May, we had a dear friend of mine, Father Matt Brown, who joined us, and we had a number of people that were there.
That was a nice evening.
Attendance for that, which was great.
Yeah.
So Father Matt works in the diocese, so I'll be working with him quite a lot. He's the director of evangelization and catechesis, and me working in vocations. We'll have offices near each other at the Chancery downtown. We had Deacon Joe who offered his wisdom, right?
Yep. Deacon Joe had the evening, presented Mary, Behold Your Mother, which is the understanding Mary as Mother of God was quite a stir in the very early church. I think, what is it, Chalcedon 451? Mm-hmm. That's the test, guys.
Just gonna nod my head.
I wasn't there. I might be the oldest, but I wasn't there.
You're the pastor, so
But
I'm just gonna nod my head.
yeah, so,
Of course you're right.
of course, learning quick. That one over there took a little longer, but we so Mary, Mother of God, which was then inserted in the canons or the Eucharistic prayers and so on. So. He did a wonderful presentation of the reason why we understand Mary as the Mother of God. So that was that. We had a family festival. Is that the carnival? Mm-hmm. Okay. We call it different things in different places. That was a few evenings that were really great. A lot of people had a lot of fun on it. We will be, I believe they're trying to get a date for next year. It might be later in June because of weddings and different things, but they're working on getting it back again. So
The
we look
kids,
forward to
the
that.
kids at the school wanted me to go on that one that like flips you upside down. I was getting queasy just looking at it. So they're like, "Father John, we went on it 3 times." I'm like, I would have tossed
Yeah.
my breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Could you imagine losing the vocation director?
What happened?
Well,
He died on the zipper.
Yeah. We're a breed. We're
Stomach
We're
is
on the-
inside out now.
on the brink of extinction, and
Yeah.
so now. So
One of the really fun events that we had towards the end of June, we've been wrapping up our 125th anniversary year, and we had a celebration as sort of a culmination of it. We had a gala, which I know we haven't had in a while at St. Mary's, and everyone that I spoke to said we've been looking for something like this for a really long time, just an opportunity for everyone to get together and to be with one another. We were expecting that we would have maybe 200 guests. We wound up having almost 250. We packed out the mansion at Timber Point.
Oh, that's great.
It was awesome.
had Rich Mahogany for the band, and
Yes.
we had baskets. Thank you to all who donated baskets, and for the raffles and 50/50, and the flowers were donated by
Janine over Country Village.
Country Village. Thank you very much, and also all the hard work that our Rose Barbier did behind the scenes. It was greatly appreciated, and she's crying now behind the thing. So, but the gala was really a nice evening. I had a lot of fun.
I had some family there personally, and for me it was beautiful to see a real cross-section of the St. Mary's community and the East Islip community. We had Knights of Columbus, we had Hibernians, we had so many people from so many different aspects of parish life. So it was a real fitting.
And
celebration.
congratulations to the
Our
to the
honorees.
members of our honorees, the members of the finance committee. May not have known, but I chose them to be the honorees because of their many. Some of the people on the committee have been there for 30 years and more, dedicated to the parish. And over those 30 years, there were great times and lean times, and a lot of decisions had to be made. Some very difficult decisions over the years. But it was all in the spirit of, being able to stay around and celebrate 125 and more. So they only acted as advisory. So I always say that we have to thank Father Don and Joe Isolde. We remember fondly for their work. So. The gala was a great success.
We had our boss, my boss, here on Sunday for the
Our boss.
yeah,
Right.
the
Your boss.
for the
All of our bosses.
the skipper for the closing of our 125th anniversary. We had a mass with Bishop Parish.
Yep.
We had a number of our parishioners that were here for that. So it was a nice liturgical conclusion to this celebration that we've been celebrating for the last year.
Last year. The bishop spoke a lot about, he brought into his homily a lot of the witness of the saints over the centuries, and how, the saints, especially the martyrs, helped to bring about the growth of the church and the faith in the church in Jesus as the Divine Mercy or Sacred Heart, which I hope you've seen the posters on the front doors of the church. Bishop Barris had started that. I can't say or whatever. Started that for the whole diocese. So if you can see a picture of the cathedral in Rockville Center, there's a huge picture of the Sacred Heart overlooking, proclaiming God's mercy and love to all who go by on the LIRR.
Someone shared with me, it was Rose actually, who shared with me a video montage of a wedding that took place here at St. Mary's just a couple of days
that
ago.
was cool.
And you see the bride and groom leaving the church and the two images of the Sacred Heart with the phrase below, "God is love," which I thought was so perfect.
Perfect.
It just sums up everything that we're
And there was
celebrating this month.
one of the posters that the diocese provided for us has a couple, and I think in this couple here, the groom wore a white tuxedo,
Yes.
and in the picture, I believe he has a white
Oh, really?
tuxedo as
Wow.
well. So I thought that was cute.
They're gonna think we staged it.
Yeah, staged it.
But it was actually
Yeah.
it was real life. So
Yeah.
a great way to celebrate this month of the Sacred Heart.
Yep. And for the closing mass as well, it was a nice day. We had a nice reception afterwards. Cake and coffee, right? So, I don't know whether we've had lunch or cake and coffee, but that was a lot of fun. Also, we had a lot of people come over to Sacred Heart Hall for that celebration.
Okay. One of the other aspects of our faith that we celebrated. So after the Easter season concludes, we have a few solemnities in ordinary time that are oriented towards different aspects of the mystery of who God is. So we celebrate Holy Trinity Sunday, and then we have the solemnity of Corpus Christi, the body and blood of Christ. And traditionally on Corpus Christi, there are processions and different other opportunities to adore the Lord in the Eucharist. We as a country, as a Catholic Church in the United States, are in the midst of what the U.S. bishops have called a Eucharistic revival to deepen our appreciation and understanding of the real presence of Jesus in the Eucharist. So to that end, we here at St. Mary's, we had a procession with the Eucharist after Mass. We processed to the statue of Mary over on Suffolk Lane, and we prayed on our way over to the statue, and then we had solemn benediction there. So an opportunity to continue to focus ourselves on the centrality of the Eucharist in our lives. The Eucharist, which really is the beating heart of the Church, as we gather to pray, to encounter the Lord, and then to go forth in mission to the world. So that was another great opportunity for us as a parish to pray with one another.
What else is there?
I think we've covered everything looking back, and now here we are.
Here we are.
Three Musketeers. For the time being.
You're all in trouble.
So just so you know, Father Tom has been slowly moving things into St. Mary's, and he's been here like 7 or 8 times, and every single time he's been here, I've been out either running errands, or I was over at St. William's, or I was somewhere else. So the joke was, it was like Clark Kent and Superman couldn't be in the same room with one another at the same time.
Yeah.
So yesterday when Father Tom arrived, it was the great encounter. I thought the world was going to end or something. But we are so excited to have Father Tom with us. And he's a native. We were talking last night, Father Anthony, Father Tom and I, we were catching up, and he's a native of Bayshore. I came all the way from Nassau County, so there was a bit of a learning curve, no sidewalk.
I had to drive him around the town and tell him where everything
Father
is.
Anthony, we're not going to
Father Tom knows where everything is. It's like, great.
Yeah,
So-
well, I told Father Anthony, I said, your McDonald's is my McDonald's.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have a son of the South Shore, a son of Suffolk County, who is now with us. So we welcome you,
Yeah.
and I pass the baton to you.
Yeah, no, I'm thrilled to be here. I've heard so many wonderful things about St. Mary's over the years, from not only people here, but my friends and neighbors. I've had friends and neighbors that grew up here, and everybody in Sayville seems to have family here. I'm coming from St. Lawrence the Martyr in Sayville. I was there for about 7 years, which is the longest I've been in any one assignment. And it was a wonderful experience. And if I have to move, I think St. Mary's is a wonderful place to move to. And I've heard a lot of good things about St. Peter's as well. So I'm excited to be with you and to work with you all and get to know you and minister to you and with you. I've been a priest for 19 years, and There are days I can't believe it. It goes by so quickly. I was ordained, we were speaking about the Feast of Corpus Christi. I was ordained the day before Corpus Christi in 2004 on June 12th, and my first Mass on June 13th was on the Feast of Corpus Christi. So every time this feast comes up, I think about my first Mass, and it's very fitting to be able to celebrate the Eucharist on a day like that.
My first Sunday Mass after my ordination was Father's Day.
Yeah, mine was Father's Day as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, but I was also liturgically the 12th Sunday in Ordinary Time, so it wasn't too exciting.
But you're right. Well, I actually had done my pastoral year at the parish that Father John is moving to, St. William the Abbot. And so the following weekend after my first Mass, I said Mass for them, and it was Father's Day. And Father Bill Koenig, who is now a bishop in Delaware, he went out through the congregation and tossed out a whole bunch of chocolate cigars for Father's Day. And we celebrated. So yeah, I always Father's Day is a big day for first Masses and things too. Yeah.
Don't get any ideas.
I know. I think I'm gonna have to bring back the chocolate cigars.
I don't think the chalk is going to make it out of the sacristy.
Yeah, it'd be an empty box, a bunch of wrappers.
A bunch of wrappers, right? Cigar sleeves.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but yeah.
So.
But yeah, my first assignment was St. John's in Center Moriches. I was there for 5 years. And then after that, I went to Our Lady of Perpetual Help in Lindenhurst. And I actually was only in Our Lady of Perpetual Help for a year because there was an opening or a need for a pastor at St. Francis de Sales in Patchogue. And I offered to go because there were, I think, 5 or 6 of us in Lindenhurst at the time. And they didn't have anybody in Patchogue, so I offered to go, and they accepted my offer. And so I not only ministered to the English-speaking community there, I learned to say Mass in Spanish, and it was a wonderful experience. It was a nice little parish, but very busy. We had a school and the 2 languages going on, and it was a big learning experience. And then after that, I was asked to go and help Father Brian Ingram at St. Lawrence in Sayville, and I had a wonderful experience there. And you know, it was a joy to be there, and I'll have fond memories of that. And I always tell people, every assignment that I've had, I've learned something. There's been something beneficial and some blessing in my life because of it. You know, God's people are wonderful no matter where you go. I think we're all trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to share the gift of God's blessings and love with one another. And that's my goal, and I hope, you know, that'll be your goal too. You know, coming into the community, people have been very friendly and welcoming, and I'm glad to be here.
He showed up yesterday. Yesterday was the assignment day, as I said earlier. So we gave him the 7:30 a.m. Mass.
Yeah, they're putting me to work right away.
Right.
Yeah.
You're on duty.
Yeah.
You're on duty. Here's the cell phone.
Right.
Father John and I are going out.
I was able to sleep in this morning, which was.
If you need anything, talk to Rose. Right?
So we welcome you.
Yes,
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you.
Summertime. Time for vacation.
Yes.
Relaxation.
The school year went well. The school, the graduations were a lot of fun. I love the little ones, the pre-K and nursery and oh my God,
Little camping grounds.
it's just so much fun watching the little tiny ones try to come down the stairs in the auditorium. It takes like a half hour for them to get down the stairs. By the time you get to the kindergartners, they're running down and stuff. And the songs that they sing it's a lot of fun. And we had a great graduating class this year.
We're so proud.
A lot of accomplishments. In fact, is she part of the? I think so. One of the graduating, she's having her artwork. One of the students in the school, I think it's somebody who graduated. Anyway, she entered a competition to do artwork for Respect Life, and her artwork is going to be displayed at the National Basilica in Washington D.C.
Oh, wow.
in December.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have more information on it. It just came in yesterday to my desk, and I just thought of it now. I wanted to just mention that.
Yeah, one of our students also won. There was an essay
Oh,
contest
yeah.
across Long Island, and his essay won. So I think that was not just Catholic; that was Catholic schools and public schools, and we know how many people live on Long Island. So that was another tremendous accomplishment. So we really do. We have a gifted student body here at St. Mary's.
Somebody got a full scholarship to the girls' school up in
Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Full scholarship to Sacred Heart.
She's a great kid. I think she's also had some family in the school. I think her mother might have went there. So
Yeah.
That's great.
so yeah, all the way over to Nassau
Yeah.
County they're going. We have I think every graduate is going to Catholic schools. So whether it's
Yeah.
St. John the Baptist, St. Anthony's, a couple to Chaminade. No one going to my alma mater, unfortunately, over at Kellenberg.
Really?
Oh.
Nobody?
No Kellenberg.
Oh, wow.
But a handful of Chaminade
Couldn't
kids.
help them out?
I tried. I was ready to hand out applications.
Yeah.
And of course Kellenberg is difficult to get to from here, given at least Chaminade you've got the train where the students will go up to CI or wherever, take the train into Mineola,
Goes right
and
there.
they shuttle them over to the school. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was a great
School year, too.
conclusion to the year, great year.
And next year our school is 110 years old.
Wow.
110, and it's the longest, it's the only continuous school in the diocese.
Yeah, it's the oldest Catholic school, oldest parochial Catholic school that's still in existence.
Parish school.
There's some schools that have then regionalized, or parishes that had schools that kind of modified their structure. But St. Mary's is the longest continuously running parish elementary school in Long Island. So we're proud of that, and we're proud of our school.
Yeah, the staff and all, the teachers. Many teachers are here with us many years, and we thank them for their dedication.
In the midst of Father Anthony's vacation in July, he's actually going to be doing a little work mixed in with vacation. You're going to be going to the conference that we attended last year, right?
Yes, it's to bring a way of bringing the more people to the school. Some pointers on how to promote the school, not just in the parish, but in the community as well.
Yeah, it's nice. There's a number of priests from around the country that have gathered at this conference. I was there last year. I can't obviously make it this year because of my transitioning roles, but I hope to rejoin that group next year. Just brilliant priests, and I often find there are other priests out there around the country that have amazing ideas, great vision, ways of executing things that I might not have thought of, and I'm not ashamed to say that I am willing to learn from anyone and borrow or steal any idea that's out there, because I am not brilliant or original, but others are.
But you like to steal.
And if it works, hey, go for it. So I know that the school will benefit from your being down there for that conference. In the midst of our leisure and vacation, I know you'll be down in Saltaire a bit for masses in July.
I'm going out to Saltaire in July. Many of the weekends I'll be out there helping Father Sean.
Lucky, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'll be down there Labor Day weekend, so if anyone's on the beach, if anyone's on the beach Labor Day weekend, come on down. I'll be in Saltaire for that.
So
I'll be moving next week. They're like
you're still here?
I know. Sorry, Father Anthony's starting to charge me rent now. I just got a bill in my mailbox.
Got to pay for the vacation.
Actually, it wasn't even in my mailbox. I don't even have a mailbox anymore. It slipped under my door with an eviction notice.
Rose got out the laminator the other day.
Wow.
You're leaving?
Here, new mailbox in front of town.
No, they did the same thing to me at St. Lawrence
Right.
as I was leaving. My
I know.
name was off the thing. I looked and
Right.
When I came over from St. Barnabas, they actually handed me the plaque that was on my...
Yeah.
Right?
Here, maybe you can use this
Yeah.
again.
Sending you a message.
Yeah.
I know, right? You don't have to go home, but you
We hate
can't
to
stay
see you
here.
go, but close the door behind you.
It is very humbling. for me, this is the first experience of moving. These guys have had a lot of priestly experience, which I've been leaning on and relying upon as I've been now journeying through this myself. And I'm going to have the opportunity on Sunday at the noon Mass to thank everyone. But as I sit here with Father Anthony and now welcoming Father Tom, I'm so filled with gratitude for these last 3 years. As Father Tom said, the mission is the same everywhere, and God's people are wonderful everywhere. And no matter where we are, we each strive to build up God's kingdom here on earth, to continue to make Him known, loved, adored, to continue to celebrate His presence among us in the church. I've been particularly privileged to have been able to do that here at St. Mary's and at St. Peter's for these last 3 years. As I said to you when I made the announcement at Masses a couple of weeks ago, the best way that you can help me is by your prayers, first and foremost, and also your cooperation with helping me to develop and build up a great culture of vocations and an openness to vocations to the priesthood here on Long Island. The three of us sit here with from 3 years of priesthood to over 25 years of priesthood, and everywhere in between on the spectrum. And the three of us all agree that this life has afforded us so many blessings. Obviously, it's given me the blessing of being with you. If I didn't say yes to this vocation, I wouldn't have known you. I wouldn't have been here.
Definitely.
So that's part of the risk that we take in entrusting ourselves to the Lord and to His call. And it's a tremendous adventure. So I just want to thank you for that, and to again ask you to help me in helping especially young men in our diocese and here at St. Mary's, not to be afraid if they might in the back of their head have this idea that the Lord is calling them to this life. It's a great life. And now you know who to talk to if they are thinking about it. And in terms of, as Father Tom said, the adventure going forward, God's people are everywhere, and I'll be living at St. William the Abbot in Seaford in residence, so I won't be their full-time parish priest as I've been here, but I look forward to getting to know the people there. Father Tom was mentioning last night and again today about his experience and pastoral year there and the wonderful people that live in Seaford. Also my responsibilities at Hofstra and in the Office of Young Adult Ministry, so I'm going to be plenty busy, but Bishop Barris, we had his word. He said at the noon Mass that he knows that I'll be back here often, particularly in the work of vocations, to be present here on the diocesan level, but also to return back to this place that I love so much. So keep me in your prayers, and I'll be seeing you soon.
Oh, that's great.
So, alrighty. So we're at 28 and 12, and Rose is flailing her arms.
Stop talking!
Stop talking.
All right, you're done.
Because we could talk forever.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So, but welcome, Father Tom.
Thank you.
And God blessings on your new vocation work, Father John. Father Tom. Father Tom's last name is Purrs.
Yes,
right?
yes, Purse, that's right.
I chose him because of the cat's purr. How to get the cats?
You had a choice?
Don't tell them that.
All right, everybody. Take care. God bless.
Take
Have
care.
a wonderful and safe summer.
Yes.
Take care.
God bless you.